be paying more attention to you. I should be paying more attention to you. I should be paying more attention to you. I should be paying more attention to you.
Chapter 5 is on employee motivation. We will look at human drives, 3 drive need-based theories of motivation, employee motivation, job design, and empowerment. The picture to the left is depicting drives. Drives are hardwired characteristics of the brain that attempt to keep us in balance by correcting deficiencies. It is most known as primary needs. Drives happen to be innate and universal, meaning that we are born with them. Drives are also the prime movers of behavior because they generate emotions, and these emotions put people in a state of readiness to change their situation. The picture to the right is depicting of needs. Needs are goal-directed forces that people experience. They are emotions channeled toward particular goals to correct deficiencies or imbalances. Now we see the pyramid depicting Maslow's need hierarchy. Starting from the bottom to the top, you have psychological, safety, belongingness, esteem, and self-actualization. Psychological is defined as the need for food, air, water, shelter, and the like. Safety is the need for a secure and stable environment in the absence of pain, threat, and illness. Belongingness is the need for love, affection, and interaction with other people. Esteem is the need for self-esteem through personal achievements, as well as social esteem through recognition and respect from others. Lastly, self-actualization is the need for self-fulfillment and realization of one's potential. The theory suggests that we are motivated by several primary needs at once, but the strongest source is the lower level, in this case, psychological. As one satisfies a lower level need, the higher need in the hierarchy becomes the primary motivator and remains so if never even satisfied. Learned needs theory has 3 key ideas that need strength and can be altered by social influences. Those 3 are the need for achievement, need for affiliation, and the need for power. Need for achievement are people wanting to accomplish a reasonable, challenging goal through their own efforts. People with high need for achievement want recognition for their work, and money becomes a weak motivator, except when it provides the necessary feedback and recognition. Those individuals with low achievement perform better when money is the incentive. Entrepreneurs will fit those with high achievement. Need for affiliation refers to the desire to seek approval from others and avoid conflict and confrontation. Those with high need for affiliation want to project a favorable image of themselves. These individuals generally work well with coordinating roles to mediate conflict. People in decision-making positions must have a relatively low need for affiliation so that their choices and actions are not biased by a personal need for approval. Need for power people want to exercise control over others and are concerned about maintaining their leadership positions. They rely on persuasive communication, make more suggestions in meetings, and tend to publicly evaluate situations more frequently. Those people have 2 different types of power categorized: personalized and socialized. Personalized enjoy power for its own sake, to help personal interests, and where the power has a status. Socialized desire power as a means to help others. The 4 drive theory states that everyone has the drive to acquire, the drive to bond, the drive to learn, and the drive to defend. The drive to acquire is the drive to seek, take, control, and retain objects and personal experiences. The drive to acquire extends beyond basic food and water, as it includes enhancing self-concept through relative status and recognition in society. This happens to be the basis of our need for self-esteem. Drive to bond is the drive to form social relationships and develop mutual care and commitments with others. It helps to explain why people form social identities by aligning their self-concept with various social groups. It also helps to explain why some lack social contact, are more prone to serious health issues. The drive to learn is the drive to satisfy our curiosity, to know and understand ourselves and the environment around us. Studies have revealed that people who are removed from any novel information will crave even boring information. Drive to learn is related to higher order needs of growth and self-actualization in Maslow's hierarchy. The drive to defend is the drive to protect ourselves physically and socially. It creates the fight or flight response in the face of personal danger. This drive goes beyond physical protection as it entails relationships, acquisitions, and belief systems. The expectancy theory of motivation offers an elegant model based on rational logic to predict the chosen direction, level, and persistence of motivation. Folks are motivated to achieve the goals with the highest expected payoff. An individual's effort level depends on three factors: the effort to performance expectancy, performance to outcome expectancy, and outcome variances. Employee motivation is influenced by all three components of the expectancy theory. Effort to performance is the individual's perception that his or her effort will result in a particular level of performance. Performance to expectancy is the perceived theory that a specific behavior or performance level will lead to a particular outcome. Outcome variances is the anticipated satisfaction or dissatisfaction that an individual feels towards an outcome. Expected theory in practice provides a clear guidance for increasing employee motivation. Increasing E to P expectancy is influenced by the individual's belief that he or she can successfully complete a task. Increasing P to O expectancy deals with measuring employee performance accurately and distributing more valued rewards to those with higher job performance. P to O expectancies are perceptions, so employees need to know that higher performance will result in higher reward. Increasing outcome variances deals with the expected value of outcomes resulting from a desired performance. Organizational justice is broken into two categories: procedural and distributive. Distributive refers to perceived fairness in the outcomes we receive compared to our contributions and the outcomes and contributions of others. Procedural refers to the fairness of the procedures used to decide the distribution of resources. Equity theory explains how people develop perceptions of fairness in the distribution and exchange of resources. According to equity theory, we compare our outcome input ratio with that in comparison to others. When we feel that there is a level of inequity, a number of things may happen. We may reduce our inputs, increase our outcomes, increase the comparison of others' outcomes, or reduce the comparison of others' outcomes. Goal setting and feedback practices. Goal setting is the process of motivating employees and clarifying their role perceptions by establishing performance objectives. Goal setting requires 6 key characteristics: specific goals, relevant goals, challenging goals, goal commitment, goal participation, and goal feedback. Specific goals are measurable and time-bound. It is possible to determine levels of change over a specific and relatively short time frame. They are motivational because they communicate precise performance expectations so employees can direct their effort efficiently and reliably. Relevant goals are those in which are directly affected by the individual or within his or her control. Challenging goals cause people to raise the intensity and persistence of their work effort and to think through their information more actively. They also fulfill a person's achievement or growth needs when the goal is achieved. Goal commitment are challenging goals that are only effective if the employees are committed to them. Goal participation is goal setting that shows to be more effective when employees participate in setting the goals. Participation potentially creates a higher level of goal commitment than it is found when goals are set by the supervisor alone. And goal feedback is any information that lets us know whether we have achieved the goal or we are properly directing our effort toward it. Feedback requires our effort, but it potentially also fulfills our growth needs. Employees can receive feedback about their behavior and performance from many sources, such as equipment gauges, customer surveys, feedback from their boss, and multi-source feedback. The preferred feedback source depends on the purpose of the information. Information from non-social sources is more accurate than information from social sources. Employees usually prefer non-social feedback, for it is non-biased or something they can actually see, i.e. equipment gauges, customer surveys, things of that nature. Job design practices. Job design is the process of assigning tasks to a job, including the interdependency of those tasks with other jobs. Job specialization is the required work subdivided into separate jobs assigned to different people. To the left, we see a job characteristic model. The core characteristics include skill variety, task identity, task significance, autonomy, and job feedback. Skill variety refers to the use of different skills and talents to complete a variety of work activities. Task identity is the degree to which a job requires completion of a whole or identifiable piece of work. Task significance is the degree to which a job affects the organization or the larger society. Jobs with high levels of autonomy provide freedom, independence, discretion in scheduling the work, and determine the procedures to be used to complete the work. And job feedback is the degree to which employees can tell how they are doing on the basis of direct sensory information from the job itself. Job design practices that motivate include, like the picture to the left, job rotation, which is where employees move to different workstations every few hours. Job rotation is done to minimize health risk, support multi-skilling, and potentially reduce the boredom of highly repetitive jobs. As noted to the right, job enlargement adds tasks to specific jobs. Job enrichment occurs when employees are given more responsibility for scheduling, coordinating, and planning their own work. As depicted in the picture, the more variety of tasks we receive, the more our job enrichment is fulfilled. So as when our job values our performance by assigning us more responsibilities, and our job enrichment grows as well. Empowerment is a psychological concept represented by 4 dimensions: self-determination, meaning, competence, and impact. Self-determination empowers employees to feel that they have freedom, independence, and discretion over their work activities. Meaning makes employees feel empowered to care about their work and believe that what they are doing is important. Competence empowers people to feel confident about their ability to perform work well and have the capacity to grow with new challenges. Impact empowers employees' views about themselves as active participants in the organization, and that their decisions and actions directly influence the company's success. Supporting empowerment. At the individual level, employees must possess the necessary competencies to be able to perform the work, as well as handle the additional decision-making requirement. The characteristics of the job will influence the degree to which a person feels empowered. Jobs with a higher degree of autonomy and with little supervisory control help to give that person self-determination. They will experience more meaningfulness and self-confidence. Employees also feel empowered in organizations where the information and other resources are easily accessible. Empowerment flourishes in organizations that appreciate the value of employee learning and accept that reasonable mistakes are a natural part of the learning process.